What is up, guys? James here from the Light of Riga YouTube channel. In this video, we're going to be doing a reading for all my Libra sun sign friends. If you're born between the dates of September 23rd and October 22nd, then you're a Libra sun sign, and this video is for you. 2018 is upon us, my friends, and 2017 was quite a year. I don't have to tell you, you were right there with me. 2017 was a hectic year, and man, a lot happened, but I wanted to show my appreciation for you guys making it a great year for me, for liking my videos, for watching my videos, putting comments in the comment section. I really do appreciate everything you did for me in this year of 2017, and the way I want to express my gratitude to you is by doing a year-end reading for all my Libra friends. And this spread is going to take a look at each of the 12 months of the year. We're going to be using the Llewellyn Tarot for that. And then we're going to ask the Keepers of the Light Oracle what spiritual theme is going to pervade the year, and the Nature's Whispers Oracle what message it has for Libras this upcoming year. And this is going to be a general overall reading, so it's not going to apply specifically for everybody. But if you want a more specific reading where I tailor the reading just for you and tap into your energies, then we can do that. It's not up in my Etsy shop. I don't have a listing for this, but if you do want this reading for yourself, then send me an email. The email link is in the description box below, and I will make a video for you. I'll be asking $40 for that through PayPal, and we'll get more in depth, and you know, since it's more personalized, and you can check back on that throughout the year to see how it's going. So if you want a reading for yourself, send me an email. So cool. We got the cards all laid out, ready to go, so let's get into it. Let's start off with the month of January. And in January, we've got the energy of the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, Libra friends, it looks like you're going to start off the year with some tumultuousness. That's a good word. Some tumultuousness. The wheel is about kind of change. And maybe not just rapid and sudden change, but you know, it's a reminder that things are always changing, things are always moving. And I think you're going to be reminded of that in January. You're going to be reminded that nothing stays the same forever, and maybe things that occurred in December aren't going to necessarily continue over into January because the wheel is turning, and the new year is going to bring new energy, and I think that's a positive thing. I think that's a good thing. So January seems like it's going to be a year where things are definitely noticeably changing around you, and including yourself. You're changing as well. As the environment around you changes, so do you, and that's what the wheel is here to remind us of. So if things are going well in December, don't assume that they're going to go well in January, or if things are going poorly for you in December, don't assume that they're going to go poorly for you in January. Things are always changing, things are always moving, and you really can't stop the wheel. This is something that's just happening. You know, it's a major arcana. This is an influence in your life that you have no control over. The turning of the wheel of time is not something you can control. So you're going to be reminded of that in January. Okay, now let's move on over to February, where we have the Queen of Wands. Okay, February seems like a time for a lot of you Libras to start to put in action towards a goal. Whenever I see the Queen of Wands, I think of action towards a personal goal that's going to help people. You know, we have these personal goals to get rich or whatever, or you know, selfish kind of goals, and that's okay. We need to improve ourselves. But when I see the Queen of Wands, I'm reminded that not all goals are selfish, and sometimes we want to just help other people. And I think the actions that are necessary, the actions that you're going to take in February looks like they're going to help others, and you're going to be of a benefit to the people around you, of maybe even to society, to strangers. And you know, it's the things that you do in this month of February that are going to help others, that is going to uplift both yourself and your community. So this seems like a very positive card to me, and it seems like February is going to be a time for you to help out society a little bit. And you know, this is a general reading. I can't say specifically how you're going to do it, and you know, this could be as minor or as seemingly minor as just being yourself. And you know, being yourself, if you're a positive force, if you're vibrating at a high level, just being yourself is affecting the community around you. You affect everyone you come into contact with, and you help to raise their vibration. Or this could be being like working in a soup kitchen. Okay, it could be anywhere in between those things. So definitely see February as a time for you to put in action towards your higher goals, not your more selfish ego goals. All right, let's move into the energies of March. And we've got the Knight of Swords in March. I see you being more expressive and more communicative. Expressing ideas, expressing your ego mind, and letting people know where you stand, and really being a little bit aggressive. Not aggressive in the sense that you're attacking, but in the sense that you're going out there and you're putting your thoughts out into the world. You're spreading your ideas, and I think that communication, it seems to be a key in March. It's going to be the theme of March. Is communicating with others and expressing yourself in a way that others understand. Maybe others won't understand it, but that's not necessarily up to you. Okay, so definitely, I feel as though that March is going to be a time for you to. I'm getting a little bit something about the past. Maybe talking about the experiences that you've been through. Yeah, talking about the experiences you've been through is something that I'm getting here from March. And sharing that experience so others can learn from it. That's an interesting thing to think about. So, yeah, March, I'm getting the vibes of helping others so far. So, let's see what April has to bring. Ooh, not quite helping others card. Okay, here we have the Seven of Swords for April. And the Seven of Swords is about deception. It's about underhandedness. And, judging based on the last month, I think we're going to be transitioning into a time where your communication is less helpful and more hurtful. And I'm not trying to say that your lies are gonna destroy others. That's not what I'm trying to say. What I am trying to say is that the ego mind, it's self-sabotaging. We know that. The ego mind is going to tell you things that you don't necessarily want to believe, and they're not necessarily true. But once you hear it 27 times, you start to really think it's true. And that's the sort of thing that I'm getting from this card. It's just mistruths, untruths, whatever you want to call them, lies, falsehoods. They're going to kind of pervade your communication. They're going to pervade the way you speak and the way you think a little bit. And I think there's going to be some issues that you're going to have to work through in April. Inner issues that have to do with the ego, and the ego having a little bit too much control over your life, too much say in the way things are going. So that's something that we're going to have to work through in April to try to heal a little bit. And so April seems like it's going to be a month where work is required, but nothing you can't handle. Let's move into May. Oh, in May we've got the Five of Wands. And I think the things that you're communicating, the mistruths, the untruths that the ego mind is telling you, I think it's going to lead to some friction in May. I think it's going to lead to some fighting. Whatever, it's so hard to speculate when I'm reading for a 12th of the population. But, the Five of Wands is about grading against other people not understanding you, not agreeing with you. And there's, debates or arguments or fighting in whatever form it chooses to take. And I do feel as though that May is going to be a time for you to kind of stand up for yourself, defend yourself, explain yourself. And it might not necessarily be successful. When another person just doesn't want to hear it, there's nothing you can truly say. So this is going to be another one of those months where you're going to have to maintain the highest vibration you can. It's going to be very important in May to just connect with the spirit realm so that the ego mind isn't pushing you towards these little battles, these little altercations that aren't serving you or the people that you're altercating with, right? So, I think May is going to be a time for you to work through some issues, and I think the way you're going to work through it is through other people. When we have a problem with another person, the reason we have the problem with that person generally is a problem that we have with ourselves that we can't truly admit to ourselves. So we place it, we push that onto another person. And that's sort of what I'm getting from me. All right, let's move into the summer. Now we've got June, and we've got the Five of Pentacles. Okay, Libra friends. Now this seems like almost a kind of a lull in the action here. It looks like these last few months, are you working through some issues? And the Five of Pentacles here is about lack. It's about not feeling worthy. It's about not having what you want. And I think that's going to be the predominant energy for a lot of you in June. And you're just going to be focusing on the negatives rather than the positives. And and this will manifest in many different ways for a lot of you. This might be a decrease in income. This might be, I don't know. I hate to speculate, so I'm not going to. But the Five of Pentacles is about lack. It's about feeling alone, perhaps, feeling unwanted, left out in the cold, and this is a result of those ego minds. It looks like April, or maybe even March, really sparked some low frequency vibrations. I'm talking about it like it happened already. Low frequency vibrations that kind of led to this point. All the more reason to get that ego mind under control, so you don't have to get to this point. The ego mind got you here, basically. And it's the ego mind that says, I don't have enough. Because the reality of the situation is that you do have enough. You have everything you need to be spectacularly happy. It's just that the ego mind is always in the quest for more stuff, so it's not happy with what it has. So June seems like a time that you're really going to really see the effects of your ego mind and the role that it plays in your life. And you're going to have to deal with it on almost a physical, tangible level. So let's see what July has in store for us. And we've got the Nine of Pentacles. Beautiful. What a stark contrast from last month. Now I'm getting the feeling that you have turned things around. By July, you've switched the flip. You flipped the switch. You flipped the switch in your mind, and you're no longer backwards, and you're starting to feel more abundance, more prosperous, and this could be a result of actual abundance and actual prosperity entering your life, and as a result you start to feel more abundant and prosperous. But it could also mean just the way you feel about yourself. Maybe nothing has changed, but now you're starting to focus on the things that you do have rather than the things that you don't have, and that's going to make a huge shift in you. And I see July as a time of happiness, as a time of saying, whew, finally I got everything I need. Finally, things are coming to me. Finally, I feel full and whole again, and I feel like I'm not such a failure. And so July is going to be, it looks like, to me, coming out of a several month period of just kind of low frequency vibration. So it looks like July is going to be the light at the end of the tunnel, although we're only halfway through the year. But you get the idea. Okay, let's check out August. And in August, we have the Four of Pentacles. A lot of pentacle energy in a row here during the summer. And oh man, we're kind of back to the Five of Pentacles energy a little bit. The Four of Pentacles is about really focusing on money. Not when I say money, I don't just mean money. I mean the pentacle energy, and that represents anything you can touch: food, clothing, shelter, cars, houses, 401k plans. Although in this day and age, you can't really touch them because it's all digital. But you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, August seems like a time for you to kind of focus too much on those things. It's a time, seemingly, that you're going to be very preoccupied with how much you have and how much is coming in and how much you're spending, and you're going to want to be very judicious with your money, and you're going to want to save and hoard it a little bit. You don't want to spend it too much. That's just kind of the feeling I'm getting for August, and I don't know why this is occurring after you felt so abundant in July. So it's a little bit strange. Maybe, I know what it is. Think about the greediest people on earth. The greediest people on earth are the people who have the most money already. So maybe the feelings of abundance have led you to think that you need more, right? The greediest people on earth are people who have everything, but they still feel like they need more. They got a taste of everything, now they want more of everything, right? So that could be it, that you've gotten back to a state of abundance, but now you're allowing it to kind of consume you a little bit, and you're getting off track, possibly, in the month of August. So let's keep that in check by staying connected to our heart space. That's my advice, without seeing the cards. So anyway, let's see what September has in store for you. And we've got the Six of Swords. This card in my readings have been coming up a lot during the summer, and I think what it's trying to say is that if you're in the northern hemisphere, of course, if you're in the southern hemisphere, flip that, reverse it. But the Six of Swords is saying it's time to make a change. It's time to get out there, and for a lot of you, this means travel. So September might be a good time to book your vacation, possibly, because the energies are going to support that, and it's a time for you to get out there. But the reason why I say travel is because the Six of Swords is about changing scenery. It's about changing the way you see things, changing the way you think about things. And yes, this can come through physical travel, and that, physical travel gets us to new places where we experience new people and new cultures, and it makes us see things in a new way. But you don't necessarily have to travel to experience that. This could be a decision you've made to start seeing things differently. Yes, I don't want to see things in terms of dollar signs anymore. Or pound signs if you're British. Okay, you know what I mean? I don't want to see things in terms of money and abundance, or not abundance, but money and finances anymore. And I do get a sense that you've kind of been sick of it. This is honestly a kind of a tough stretch here. But it looks like you're fed up with it come September, and you're ready for a change. You're ready for something new, and I think that's a good thing. So let's see what October has to bring. Aha, October brings the King of Wands energy, and to me this card signals sheer determination. Yes, you've made a decision to change, or your vacation has helped you to change, and it's time for you to really put in action towards this new direction that you want to go. And that's what the King of Wands is symbolizing to me, is symbolizing putting action into a new direction. It's about being very calculated with your actions. It's not just about doing things willy-nilly. It's about formulating a plan, sticking to that plan, doing the things that are necessary to make that plan come to fruition, and not letting anything deter you. And if something is there in your way, it becomes a challenge rather than an impediment. And I see you October as being a time for you to be very determined, a time where you're going to get things done, where you're going to batten down the hatches and you're going to get to work. And this is going to be work towards something that's a little bit more beneficial than all this pentacle energy that we had here. Okay, so that's good. I see that as a good thing. All right, let's check out November. Oh, more wands. In November, we've got the Eight of Wands. This is a card of rapid change. And I think, when you embody that King of Wands energy, when you formulate a plan, you stick to the plan, you enact the plan, that's going to spark a lot of energy and motion. And I think that November, things are going to happen. Whatever way you decided to go with this Six of Swords energy, I think we're going to see a rapid advancement towards it in the month of November. November is going to be a time for you to make strides, big strides, in the direction of what you're intending. And I can't say what you are intending. We'll see what that is come around September time. But this is very positive to me. I think that there was some downtime here, and it seems like November is going to be time for you to make up that lost time when you were kind of wallowing a little bit in a little bit of again, I'm talking about like it's in the past. Okay, to me it's in the past. To you it's in the future. But yeah, I think you're going to make up for some lost time in November, and that's a good thing as well. So let's check out the month of December. Oh, beautiful! The Three of Cups. And I get the sense here, of course, that the Three of Cups is saying that December is going to be a time for happiness, a time for friendship, a time for celebration. And I think the celebration is going to come to you, or you're going to decide to celebrate because of your successes in November and October and November. All right, you're going to see some success, you're going to see a lot of rapid movement, and you're going to want to celebrate, you're going to want to enjoy life, spend time with people. And that's what the December is about. So this is the holiday season. You spend time with your friends, your family, you celebrate, you enjoy, and you have reason to enjoy next December, a year from now almost, and it's because you've come a long way in that year. You really have. So I see December as a very happy, positive, fun-filled time. So now that we've seen all these cards, I'm definitely seeing some rapid change. I'm seeing that, you coming into a period of trying to help others, but something around March or April, and it has to do with the ego mind. Maybe you've adopted a new realization that's kind of negative, and I get the feeling that this month here is going to be a little bit destructive. And I'm not trying to sugarcoat it. I'm trying to be real with you. I think April is going to introduce some destructive energy that's going to send you down a little bit of not a spiral, but a little bit of a lull in the action here, where you're fighting with people, you're feeling inadequate, you get a taste of success, and then you kind of go back into the negativity. So this period, the spring summer period, seems like it's going to be a little difficult for you. And I want to stress this fact to you that nothing here is set in stone. What I'm doing is I'm taking a snapshot of now and extrapolating what's, based on now, what's going to happen in the next year. So you have all the power. If you can avoid this in April, you can change the rest of this wheel. So definitely focus on March and April. What are the negative things that you're starting to tell yourself that might put you down a darker path? And get rid of that. Do not allow it. Do not listen to the ego mind. But if you do go down this path, never fear. I think in September you're going to kind of wake up out of this. It's a little bit of a slumber almost, and you're going to say, you know what, I don't want that anymore. I want to feel good. I want to feel happy. I want to be productive. And oh boy, the production coming out of the autumn, the fall, is spectacular. October, November, December, it seems like it's going to be a very productive time for you Libras, and you're going to get a lot of things done. You're going to feel like maybe some time was not spent perfectly well down here in the summer and the spring. So in the autumn and the fall and the winter, you're going to get moving. You're going to get situated, get organized, and you're going to accomplish a lot of what you hope to accomplish come the end of the year. So that is the reading, Libra friends. Like I said, nothing here is set in stone. You have control over all of this. You are creating your own future. So just because some things seem negative doesn't mean it has to be that way. That's the beauty of tarot. Now you know, and now you can change it. I love tarot. Okay, so before we go, we ask the Keepers of the Light Oracle here, what spiritual theme you can expect? What's the spiritual theme of 2018 for Libra sun signs? And we got Paul the Venetian. Experiencing grace. Share your gifts with grace. Ways of inspiration and love are coming to you. That is beautiful. That's what's going to help you past this, is realize your gifts. Listen to the inspiration within you, and you'll realize that things are coming to you when you embody that energy. But when you're embodying this 5 of Pentacle energy, this 5 of Wand energy, this 7 of Sword energy, these are all kind of negative things that are, a lot of them are just kind of products of the ego. But when you realize your skills and your gifts, then you can start to see that things are coming to you. You have everything you need. Things are coming to you. Abundance is part of the game plan unless you block it from coming. So it's about grace. It's about maintaining a high vibration and high regard for yourself. Have the self-confidence. Know that you're a supreme, unique creator being, and you're creating based on how you feel. And if you don't feel good, you're not going to create good things. But if you hold yourself in a state of grace, if you have a high opinion of yourself and your capabilities, then you're going to create things that are in alignment with that, and your life is going to be so much better. So that's kind of the spiritual theme. That's what you're going to have to work through this year. And so yeah, Paul the Venetian, thank you for that message. All right, now we ask the Nature's Whispers Oracle what message it has for Libra sun signs this year in 2018. And it's be gentle with yourself. Oh, how perfect. Right here, guys, be gentle with yourself. This means, what are you telling yourself about yourself? Are you being hard on yourself for no reason? Are you telling yourself things about yourself that aren't true? You have to be gentle with yourself. You have to love yourself, and you can avoid all this. And this is not necessarily to be avoided. I think there's a huge lesson here in not being gentle with yourself. What better way to realize your power, your gifts, and your abilities than to come from a place of having none of that, right? It's through the darkness that we learn about the light. And so I'm not trying to say, oh, don't go through these lessons. These lessons are important, but we can learn the lesson without spending 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months kind of feeling a little bit down. So be gentle with yourself. Tell yourself nice things about yourself. Tell yourself all the skills and all the special abilities you have, and how you're going to get things done, and how you've always gotten things done, and nothing has ever really held you down. You've always overcome. You've always risen to the challenge. And so be gentle with yourself this year as much as you possibly can, and stop letting the ego mind tell you negative things about yourself. Okay, Libra friends, and like I said, I'm not a sugarcoater. I'm telling you what I see here, and hopefully that this message that you're hearing now can help you to understand the lessons without having to go through all this turmoil. Hopefully. All right, so that is the general reading. Remember, if you want this reading tailored just for you, where I tap into your energy, send me an email, $40 through PayPal, and I'll make a video for you. It'll be a little bit more in depth than this reading, hopefully, and you can check back on that all year and check in to see how you're doing and compare your progress with this reading, and hopefully it doesn't match up around here. That's my hope for you guys. If you like this video, please give it a like. I'd appreciate that. It lets me know you enjoyed it, got something out of it, and helps the video. If you want to say anything about this reading, any questions, comments, concerns, put those in the comment section below. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. And if you would be so kind to hit that subscribe button to stay up to date on all my videos. I got a bunch of great videos planned for 2018. You don't want to miss out. So Libra friends, you got some challenges, but it's through challenge that we learn the most, and it's through challenge that we become the strongest. So I see this as a year for you to become a lot stronger. I mean, look at this. At the end of the year, you're going to hit the ground running hard. It seems like the end of the year, Libras, is going to be your time to shine. So I hope you look forward to that. I want to wish you a very positive, uplifting, and happy 2018. I want to thank you for watching and supporting my video. So leave a like if you enjoy this. Happy taroting. Peace.